In 1984, I was a 26-year-old graphic artist working as an illustrator and ad agency creative director. My passions at the time included airbrush painting and motorcycling. It was a groundbreaking year. Kawasaki had just released my dream bike, the 750 Turbo, the all-time fastest production motorcycle ever made. And Apple Macintosh had simultaneously produced a personal computer that promised to make my professional life a whole lot easier. I couldn't afford the bike in those days, and I would have to wait a while before I could get my first Mac as well. When I finally got my first computer, I became a lifelong Mac user, but not because I suddenly became a fanatic. It was because these machines simply refused to stop working. The Mac Plus, with its full megabyte of RAM, double-sided 800K floppy drive, and SCSI port, was the first desktop machine I ever throttled up. And at the time, it was every bit as exciting as riding the Kawasaki I'd forgone. Using an early Aldous PageMaker program, I could do all my own typesetting and page layouts on screen, a huge leap in graphic art at a time when most work was executed on paste-up tables, using knives and glue to create print layouts. Now, of course, desktop publishing is old news. I've been through the 2CIs, the Quadra series, the PowerPCs, every new Mac available, several CPU and monitor configurations, along with all the attendant software and OS upgrades. Today, it's a common sight in our house to see my wife working on her MacBook while I'm editing on my Mac Pro, and my 9-year-old daughter's experimenting in Photoshop and page layout programs on her own new iMac. Through the decades, this little Mac Plus has run faithfully. Admittedly, it now serves mostly as a conversation piece, occasionally challenging my daughter to a retro game of shuffle puck or amazing guests by simply booting up and working like it's just another day in 1986. I have others in boxes that I can cannibalize in the event this one experiences a problem, but so far I haven't had to resort to that. So I have to say it, they don't build them like they used to. If you think that's just an old school cliche, I'm happy to argue that it's actually true. Even for my old dream bike. Have a look at my 1984 Kawasaki Turbo 750. Yep, I finally got one in mint condition, and at 25 years old, it's smoking the tires off of most of the new sport bikes out there and still winning awards and shows. You know, and I'll bet that old Mac Plus can smoke a few of today's computers as well. This is Jim Kay for CNN, St. Petersburg, Florida.